Tony follows the true story of Anthony Bourdain. It's in cinemas across the UK from the 14th of August. I've seen it. Let's talk about it. Hey stranger, welcome back to the video, a brand new movie review. So I'm talking all about Tony. It's brand new in UK cinemas from the 14th of August. I saw it at a secret screening earlier in the week. Before we start talking about it, as always, a friendly reminder. These are just my thoughts. Don't let this dictate whether or not you go and see it. You might see it, feel totally different to me. That is okay. Movies aren't made to cater for everyone. Without further ado, let's start talking about this film. And let's just clarify, I've never done a secret screening. The idea of a secret screening is you go in and none of you have any idea of what the film is until literally the BBFC card comes up. And I'd never heard of it. I'm almost certain I've seen the trailer played a couple of times before other films at the cinema. But other than that, I've not wasn't memorably aware of this film. And it had a pretty stacked cast. It had Leo Woodhall, had Antonio, I'm gonna mess up his surname, Banderas, Puss in Boots, essentially. And it was a pretty good film, but I think the element of not knowing what this film was kind of made me be because I didn't know who Anthony Bourdain was. I didn't know who he is. I didn't know of his story. I didn't know anything about him. And if I'd have known it was a true story and it was a biopic, then I probably would have got more out of it. But having said that though, if my local cinema was showing it, they're not actually showing it from the 14th of August. But if they were showing it, then I would have gone to see it anyway, so it wasn't a wasted trip. But this film, I don't know, maybe it's because of the fact I didn't know who this guy was. I'm not sure. I just found it pretty pointless and pretty dull, pretty lifeless. And I get that it's a true story and it's a biopic, but I feel like sometimes now we just make biopics for the sake of making biopics. And I don't necessarily think this guy had a hugely phenomenal story to be told. Yes, okay, this guy went to this town for a summer, claimed he had chef experience and he didn't, eventually worked in this kitchen, did X, Y, and Z, because I don't want to spoil it, and then left that place, went to a school, and then, as it turned out, became this really successful chef. Great. I don't know. I just sort of feel like there's so many millions of people that have stories just like that why are we making this into a biopic? Maybe that's really selfish. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And I was sort of watching it and I was like, I don't get it. And maybe because during the film I didn't know that this was a biopic. It was only at the end when it said, Anthony went on to do all of this great stuff, become this really successful chef. That was so this was a true story. This was a biopic. Okay, cool. But because I didn't know that, maybe that's why I kind of was what is the point of this film? And I just felt throughout the film, there was just absolutely no point. I didn't get it. And yeah, that was kind of my thing with this film. I thought some of the acting was brilliant. I thought Antonio, Puss in Boots, was brilliant. I thought he did a really compelling story. I cannot hear him. When I listen to his voice, I just hear this orange cat. But I thought he did an absolutely great job. I thought Leo Woodhall, I think he is going to be such a successful actor. And he's already done so many great things. He did Bridget Jones, he did Tuna. He's done so many brilliant things. And I think this was just a great addition to his kind of library of greatness in movies that he's done. I thought he was a brilliant actor. And I thought the guy that played Tony was also pretty good. But yeah, the two standout performances for me were definitely Leo and Antonio. They just did some really compelling performances and I was really hooked on their story and what they were doing. But as a story is and as it goes and kind of the meaning behind this story and etc., I wasn't hooked. I wasn't compelled. I didn't feel like it had much point. And like I say, I just feel like there are so many people that have very, very similar stories. Maybe not quite to the same extreme, but people lie about having experience all the time. And, we don't see people writing stories about just kind of, I'm not saying normal people, but just your daily people. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of where I think it's I don't really understand it. There were moments of really great cinematography in this film. But other than that, I just thought this was a pretty fine film for me. It was fine. I didn't gain too much out of it personally. And I don't know, maybe that's because of the circumstances, like I say, but it was just pretty meh for me. It was a true story. Yes, it was, I've thought about it and it's not forgettable, but yeah, I just felt a little bit meh. But there you go. There's my thoughts on Tony in cinemas across the UK from the 14th of August. In the description below, as always, is the movie plot, a link to the movie trailer, as well as a link to my movie review plays. Before I wrap up this movie review, though, what do I say out of 10? Will it join my DVD collection? I'm giving it a 4 out of 10, just slightly below half marks. Will it join my DVD collection? No, it probably won't. Like I said, I've seen it, and I didn't really feel much towards this film, so no, I don't have a desire to rewatch it, let alone have it join my DVD collection. But there you go. Tony in cinemas across the UK from tomorrow, the 14th of August. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in another video and hopefully another movie review very soon.